What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here. Welcome to our daily show where we discuss the fourth stimulus package update, stimulus check update, daily news, everything going on here in our country, in Washington, D.C., the economy, money, investing, the stock market, everything you need to know about on a daily basis. Remember, the new videos come out here on our channel at 10 a.m., 3 p.m., and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, make sure to subscribe down below. It's completely free to do so you don't miss out on new videos. Also, I am giving away $2,000 to some of our viewers, $2,000 in total, if you can guess what's in this box right here. And I'm going to give you a clue to what's in that box at the end of this video. So make sure you watch all the way to the end of this video for a clue to what is in that box. You can guess what's in that box. You just might win money directly from me, kind of our way of giving back to our viewers here for the holiday. Yeah, so make sure you join our subscribers here. Help us reach our goal of 400,000. Also in this video, we're going to be talking about stimulus checks that are going out to multiple different states here. There's going to be a lot more going out here in the future. We're also going to be talking about the big stimulus package. There's actually two of them now, the Build Back Better package and this emergency virus relief package that they're talking about in Congress now as well. So there's a lot going on here now with this new Omicron variant kind of raging on here and really starting to spread fast. There's a lot of different possibilities in addition to state stimulus checks, state stimulus programs, and really a lot going on here. So let's jump right in. Okay, first up, we have 3 members of Congress that have tested positive for the virus. First up, 2 Democratic senators, Senator Elizabeth Warren and Senator Cory Booker, have both tested positive for COVID here. Yeah, so Democratic Senator Elizabeth Warren and Democratic Senator Cory Booker have both tested positive. Elizabeth Warren, who is 72 years old, says, quote, "Thankfully, I am only experiencing mild symptoms and am grateful for the protection provided against serious illness that comes from being vaccinated and boosted." The Massachusetts senator wrote, using the occasion to also urge anyone not vaccinated to do so. Cory Booker, a Democratic senator from New Jersey who also ran for president in 2020, so did Elizabeth Warren, said, quote, "Fortunately, my symptoms are relatively mild. I'm beyond grateful to have received 2 doses of the vaccine and more recently a booster. I'm certain that without them, I would be doing much worse. I encourage everyone who is eligible to get vaccinated and boosted." Also from the House of Representatives, Democratic Representative Jason Crow of Colorado shared that he has tested positive also from his Twitter account. So 3 different representatives, 1 from the House of Representatives and 2 from the Senate, have shared they have tested positive here just in the last 24 hours. Yeah, so our thoughts and prayers go out with them. And if anybody who is dealing with this right now, of course, this is just raging through the United States and does not appear to be stopping anytime soon. You can see this graph here of the United States new cases. We are averaging 132,000 new cases per day right now on the 7-day average. Yeah. Yesterday, we had 72,000 new cases, but that is because the weekend always has less cases. That's actually not that low for weekend cases. The last weekday case on Friday here, we had 170,000 new cases in one day. That's just kind of the way the reporting goes here based on the way they report on weekdays versus weekends. On Friday, we also had 2,070 deaths in one single day. You can see here the U.S. has had 50.8 million cases in total. So 50 million people in the U.S., a little bit more than that, have tested positive here. And 805,000 people in the U.S. have now died from this virus here in total. Yeah. It's probably not going to be very long until 1 million people here in the U.S. have passed from this virus. When you look at this worldwide, there's actually over 5 million people worldwide that have passed in total from this virus. It's actually very, very sad. And that's really why Democratic Representative Jamal Bowman from the House of Representatives is leading the charge for Congress to pass more stimulus checks and a stimulus emergency relief package, a COVID emergency relief package here because of how bad virus cases have been. And stimulus package 1, 2, and 3, that's exactly what they were. They were COVID relief packages. Because of the pandemic, because of the virus, because of how bad cases are, because of how bad the economy is. And now we have inflation in addition to this. So that's exactly how the first three packages started off. They started off with one person in either the House or the Senate calling on this. And then Congress said, you know what, you're right. We need to do this. The virus is really, really bad. And in fact, New York and Washington, D.C. have record cases right now, the highest they have ever been in both New York and actually in Washington, D.C., 2 days in a row now. So, or a few days ago. So, I mean, in some cases, we're actually at the worst ever point for the pandemic. So, yeah, I mean, it does make sense that more stimulus should be added here. And that's actually what we are seeing here from several different states now. We're seeing multiple different states actually do their own stimulus checks and their own stimulus packages. You can see here, will there be stimulus checks over the holidays? And for certain states, that answer is a yes. There are multiple different states sending out stimulus checks to their residents here. I'm going to go through multiple different states here. As you can see here, state of pay, 7 different states still offering stimulus check payments on the state level as monthly $300 child tax credit payments end. I actually have more than 7 states that are providing stimulus checks and stimulus payments, stimulus programs here. So let's just go through them here. Check this out. Several states are offering stimulus checks or stimulus programs. Whether you qualify for the cash and how much varies from state to state. It may depend on things like how much you make, your job title, your employment status, or just where you live. First up, California. We know that California is sending out stimulus checks to about 27 million people, and they're still sending them out actually. As you can see here, the latest set of payments includes 794,000 paper checks worth more than $568 million. The state's public affairs has just said this week here. So yeah, they're actually still sending out the Golden State stimulus checks this week. So yeah, they're still sending them out if you're still waiting for them. There's $600 stimulus checks to people making under $75,000. And if you have a child, it's an additional $500 for a total of $1,100. So, yep, they're actually still going out because there are 27 million people. The state has taken a long time to send them out, and they're verifying them as they're going. Okay, you can see they're starting to go out on Monday. These payments apply to eligible residents living in the zip codes that end in 720- or through 927. Okay, so if your zip codes are kind of in that area, though, that's who's going out right now in the state of California. Also, those in zip codes 585 through 719 in California will receive checks up until December 17th, which is kind of right about now. Under California's initiative, a resident making under $75,000 who filed their taxes before October 15th is eligible for the payment. Next up, Connecticut. In Connecticut, a back-to-work stimulus program began on May 30th and is set to end on December 31st. Payments could be up to $1,000, and eligibility depends on when you applied for unemployment, how long you were on it, and if you have since gotten a job, so up to $1,000 checks. Florida. The state of Florida began sending out checks to pre-K through grade 12 teachers earlier this year. If eligible, those people can receive a one-time check of $1,000. Governor Ron DeSantis said The program aims to help about 175,000 teachers and 3,600 principals. The state of New Hampshire, families of three with no income may be eligible for a one-time check of up to $1,086. The state of New Mexico, those who did not get relief from the state's stimulus fund over the summer may apply again. Checks were sent out in August worth up to $750. The state of Tennessee, one Tennessee county has a teacher benefit and is paying up to $1,000 to full-time teachers and $500 to part-time staff. Rutherford County Schools allotted the checks for those employed in the district between October 1st and 17th. Teachers will get more cash if they stay through March and another bonus if they stay through May. But I actually have another article here for Tennessee. Thousands of Tennessee families can get a $950 stimulus check or $950 in aid through a Tennessee stimulus check program. Tennessee officials say that thousands of low-income families will be receiving a one-time payment of $950 through federal pandemic aid. In Tennessee, Department of Human Services said payments began this week to the electronic benefit transfer cards, the EBT cards, to households qualifying for Tennessee's temporary assistance for needy families programs named Families First. Eligible households have no adults who receive Families First benefits themselves and include a child being raised by relatives, maybe like by grandparents per se, instead of parents. The program is funded through the Federal Pandemic Emergency Assistance Fund, which is stimulus money. Tennessee qualified for more than $12 million from the federal fund. $12 million is just a tiny fraction because each state got billions of dollars. Tennessee is one of the bigger states, so they probably got over more than $5 billion. So this is just a small, tiny fraction of the money. So there's probably a lot more that they have left to be spent. The state of Vermont. Over in Vermont, the state is covering up to $7,500 in moving expenses for those relocating due to unemployment in either the hospitality or construction industries. The state of Maine is sending out $285 checks to the whole state, making residents making under $75,000 as long as you file a tax return and let the state know how much money you make. It also might qualify if you're on SSI or other programs as long as the state knows how much money you make. Again, contact the state as well if, for more qualifications. You can see here Maine is probably mailing out your check soon if you haven't gotten it. The state of Illinois is considering this headline. You can see here $400 stimulus checks from Illinois for married filing jointly couples and $200 for individuals. They're not going to come probably in time for Christmas, but they are still considering them. This is a recent article, but they are still on the table for the state of Illinois. I will keep you up to date on those. And Michigan is actually sending a stimulus type program where they're giving billions of dollars back to their residents, $400 per person per car. So if you have one car, you're going to get $400 kind of rebate back. It's kind of a stimulus type program. If you have two cars, you're going to get $800. If you have three cars, you're going to get $1,200. If you have four cars in your family, you're going to get $1,600. If you have five cars in your family, you're going to get $2,000 back for the state of Michigan. They're given, I think it's like a $5 billion program that they're giving back in the state of Michigan. So really cool to see the state do that here. Very awesome to see that given back here from the state of Michigan. So we want to continue to see more and more programs like this done in all the different states here going forward. As I said here, we have two stimulus packages now being worked on, the Build Back Better package, which Joe Manchin says he needs some changes on to get his vote. we'll have to see what happens with that. They're going to have to change some things for him. And the other stimulus package, which actually might become the forerunner now, the emergency virus relief package that has been called upon by Democrats from the House of Representatives, Jamal Bowman, emergency virus relief, which is really what stimulus package 1, 2, and 3 were. And now with Omicron variant and virus cases getting even worse at the all-time highs in New York and Washington, D.C., and maybe even more states coming, President Biden is going to give a kind of an emergency speech, what he calls a stark warning tomorrow. He's going to give a speech to the nation here tomorrow with what he calls a stark warning. With cases out of control, it'll be interesting to see what's going to happen. Are there going to be more restrictions? Are there going to be more shutdowns or lockdowns? We are seeing kind of temporary shutdowns with schools across the nation right now. We're seeing business closures. We're seeing the NFL and kind of sports teams kind of have to do this as well. Schools are closing all across the country. Even the Rockettes have had to close down in New York City. And yeah, it's just gonna be interesting to see what happens here. And kind of virus relief is really at its all-time high being demanded for, and it'll be interesting to see what goes on here going forward. So yeah, let me know your thoughts here down below in the comments. All right, next up, let's get to our What's in the Box contest. So if you can guess what's in that box, you are entered into the pool of people who have guessed correctly. And from there, we are going to randomly pick 20 people to win $100 from me in our What's in the Box contest. So it's a really cool contest. A lot of people have said they've been having a lot of fun. I've actually had some comments where people said, I thought I knew what was in the box for sure. And then the last clue really threw me off, and now I'm not so sure. Yeah, so I've had a lot of people say, "Yeah, I thought I knew, and then now I don't know." And yeah, I've had a lot of people say, "Yeah, I've been having a lot of fun. I've been racking my brain trying to figure out what's in this box." And yeah, this is our fun little contest. Yeah, it really kind of takes your mind off thing. I had a lot of people say, "Yeah, I got my pad and paper down. I've been writing down these clues. I've been going back and watching the previous videos. Watching the clues and rewatching them over." And yeah, it's kind of our fun little holiday game. And let me know in the comments if you want me to do this again. We've done this in the past. We actually did this last year. We did this last month as well. And maybe we'll keep doing this in the future if you guys like this game here. So let me bust out here my clue. So remember, all you need to do to guess is just comment down below in the comment section. That's all you got to do is just comment. It's completely free to enter. That's all you got to do is comment. You can comment as many times as you like. If you think you know the answer, just keep commenting. You can basically enter as many times as you want with your comment. If you think you got the answer correct, you can comment and keep entering basically. And remember, the winners are going to be picked completely at random. I know there's a lot of people out there that really need this and stuff. Unfortunately, I can't, be a bankroll like the U.S. government or these states. But I do love to bring you guys the daily news and everything, and that's why I like to see these states giving out money here and giving back because these states kind of all have billions of dollars from the third stimulus check package. There's going to be a lot more in the 2022 going forward because they all have billions of dollars left. There's not a single state that have spent all their money. Okay, like 80% of this money is still available. There's only a few states that have even spent a fraction of their money. Okay, and they're all going to be doing their 2022 budgets. So they're all going to be figuring out how to give back this money. Okay, even Texas that spent $3 billion for the wall, that's coming mostly out of their own budget. Okay, and their stimulus money, they have restrictions on how they have to spend it. So Texas can't just spend the stimulus money on the wall per se. Okay, so really, there's going to be a lot of stimulus type money programs like this coming back to the people here going forward. So it'll be really good to see states stimulus money, these two big federal stimulus packages, everything going forward, and our What's in the Box contest. I love to help you guys out, not only with the daily news, but it's just kind of our way of giving back, and also just our way of saying thanks to you guys and just sharing our family with your family as well. Also, I have a nice little clip I filmed with Julian, kind of a little bonus clip that I'll share with you guys in one of the upcoming videos, maybe later today. So stay tuned for that. Okay, so this is clue number 5. Clue number 5 is the item in the box went on a great journey. The item in the box has gone on a great journey. Okay, so if you think you know what it is, comment down below. One more time. The item in the box has gone on a great journey. Okay, I'll mark down here that it's done so I don't repeat the clue. Let me know. Do you think you know what it is? Does that exclude something you've commented before? Does it solidify your answers from before? I know I always get some people saying, darn it, that excludes my previous answer. Oh, ooh, I think I know what it is now. I know, it really kind of makes this game fun. Or then I always get some people scratching their heads saying, I have to think about it more now. And then I always get people commenting saying, you know what? I was thinking about it and I think I know what it is now. And that's kind of what makes this game fun, I mean, I no, not everybody can win, right? But it's kind of the fun in the game, right? And that's kind of why I enjoy this game a lot. I literally had thousands of people saying, you know what? I didn't win because obviously only 20 people can win, but I've had so many people say, you know what? I had so much fun with this game here. I'm going to have some special guests come on here, maybe to share this. By the way, see these little stuffed animals here. I've been having to kind of steal them from Julian's room. I had these little birds here the other day, and I took one from Julian's room, that little red bird that I had there. And Julian noticed that I had it from his room. He noticed that I took it from his room, and he goes, "Where's my red bird?" And he came in and found it and took it back. And we had this little game going back and forth where I was taking the red bird and then he was taking it back. God, he is so smart. I tell you, that kid, he notices things like that. So now I took those from his room, and we'll see. We'll see if he notices that they're gone. The kid is so smart, and I'm telling you, he's gonna be way smarter than me when he grows up. Yeah. So yeah, I have a little game going between me and him, and just you can see my little birds are gone because he took them back. He took them back. The kid is he's amazing. So but yeah, I love spending time with you guys, and I'll have that little munchkin on for to spend some time with you guys here before the holidays as well as my wife Laurel too. So make sure to subscribe down below if you haven't joined our family of subscribers yet. It's completely free to do so. Help us reach our goal of 400,000 subscribers. It's completely free to subscribe. Literally, just click subscribe down below, and then click the bell icon to get notification reminders when we go live, which is every day at 10 a.m., 3 p.m., and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can click here to watch the video before this and get the clue before this, which will be clue number 4. And if you haven't watched that, this will be for clue number 3. So click on one of those videos next. Thanks, guys, and I will see you in the next video.